Today, Somewhere on Earth invites you to discover Belize. This slip of land tucked between Guatemala and Mexico on the shores of the Caribbean is the Tom Thumb of Central America. Half the territory is covered in jungle, and its shores are home to the world's second-largest barrier reef. In the far south of the country, we'll meet Cash, a ranger by profession, but first and foremost, an islander. Revisiting his childhood spent between land and sea, he shares with us his love of the Port Honduras Marine Reserve. Isabelle, a wildlife veterinarian, has devoted her life to taking care of the animals from one end of Belize to the other. She'll take us off the beaten paths to visit her patients. Whether they're hiding in the jungle or swimming in the sea, they're a varied assortment of surprising creatures. Melito's passion for a river has taken the shape of a voyage. Every month he travels up the Sibun River to make sure that it's not in any danger. This final link in a natural corridor from north to south is his pride and joy, the focus of his life.
This river has given me more life than I think that I have, because I've been through many things, you know, and I could be dead by now. Well, I call myself dead man. But you know what? The river said, no, I'm not ready for you yet. Go on, you got a mission to, you know, to accomplish, so I'll give you another chance. So man, from then, I love the river even more.
For a long time, Belize has been shrouded in mystery. Avoided by the conquistadors, it was not until the 17th century that pirates crossed the reefs and landed on these forbidding shores. A vast expanse of solitude, stubbornly resistant to human presence. Isolation is an intrinsic part of the country's identity. There are countless sanctuaries, reserves, and protected areas. In this realm, nature makes the rules. We're just a few kilometers offshore in the Port Honduras Marine Reserve. Declared a protected area in 2000, it offers a myriad of islets covered in mangroves. These plants form a rampart against erosion and are also a haven and breeding ground for a wide variety of animals. They call this spot the Nursery of the Caribbean. Cash knows this maze like the back of his hand. He's been roaming through here as long as he can remember.
I had a very special childhood. It's something I'll never forget. I grew up on an island. I used to walk on the mangrove. I grew up having fun, just watching birds, walking on the mangrove. That was a good feeling. I used to watch the different species living in holes in the mud. The crabs and other fish living in the mangrove. We're away from the city. It's so quiet, so peaceful. You can't get better than this area. Back in the day, there was a lot more people. They want education, jobs. They want to uplift themselves. But if you want to stick to nature, this is the place to be. You know, within Port Honduras. There's spirit here. It helps you to have the courage to stay.
Cash is the youngest of 8 siblings. His mother, a fisherwoman, supported the whole family. She has passed on to him her experience and lore of the islands.
Right there, you have cut that piece of stick and the crutch.
Put on the crutch on it, no?
Yes.
You want to cut it? You want to stretch?
Just go and hold over there and then just make it.
When we were growing up, we had exciting moments. I used to always run away from my mom, and she'd think I was going out fishing or going out somewhere.
Then she will be.
Yeah, sometimes I got a whipping. It was freedom in some way. I think growing up like that did help us, actually, keeping us away from all the negative things, from bad influences that we have around us. That's the good part of it.
In my days, everything was free. Like today, everything was free. You go into the sea, you pick up a corn, you catch a fish, you catch a lobster, nobody to tell you nothing. No, you can't do it, no? But it's good in a one way because everything is done. So we have to protect the areas. This is my life. When I reach the island, peace, joy. Especially sea, the water, clear, no mud. Beautiful. I don't know, it's something very great. And I feel nice about it. And I'm proud to be a fisherwoman. Hope so, because right now they can't.
Before laws were enacted to preserve these waters, Port Honduras had long been overexploited. In the 1970s, fishing with nets was widespread in the zone. It was urgent to take action in order to save this haven sheltering so many species. With this idea in mind, Cash became a ranger. He lives alone on this spit of land lapped by the waves.
To the east, we have Honduras. To the north, we have Mexico. And if you go along the coastline and follow it, you will find Chetumal. It goes right up to the Mexican waters. The barrier reef joins with the Mexican barrier reef. So this is the Gulf of Honduras, all of this that you can see around here. Here we're at Abalone Key. This is the ranger station within Port Honduras. Here we're in the tower, and from here we can do tower surveillance to monitor the area. I love the sea, and that's the reason why I'm a part of this right now, being a ranger. What you can do within the reserve, you can fish to eat and to sell, but you're not allowed to use certain methods within the reserve. The reason why I really love the job I'm doing is because I spent all my life here, and I also want to take care of what is ours. If we don't take care of it, we will not have it for the future.
In his free time, Cash likes to trade his ranger's boat for a dory, the traditional craft of the Keys, as the islands are called in Belize. Port Honduras is now protected, but lobster fishing is authorized a few months a year. No need to go very far. You can catch them just a few meters off the beaches. Many men who sought refuge on these islands managed to survive thanks to this abundance. The horizon where one can lose oneself and vanish from sight. Belize has been a sanctuary for a number of people shipwrecked by history. Pirates, fugitives, but also slaves from Africa. Their descendants still perpetuate their music. This is the Garifuna community. Singing is their way of invoking their ancestors.
When I was a kid growing up, I used to hear it. I guess the drums put spirit in you and you get moving. That's the reason why I just love it.
But today's modern world needs landmarks and sentinels. On Hunting Key facing the barrier reef, Dandu ensures that the lighthouse is always functioning.
Roger, 1-8. Of life, I hear you clearly. Come in, over. If we do have problem with the lighthouse, it will take about 2 or 3 days before I can get help. Our navigations really needs the lighthouse. This is the end of the barrier reef, and boats came in from Guatemala, Honduras, and Belize through this channel that goes out to the Caribbean. So this is the most important lighthouse here in Belize. It's a way of life. I feel more free, you know. I go where I want to. I do what I feel like, you know, go swimming, go diving. Then when I'm here, you know, I feel like I'm somewhere. The barrier reef, wow, it's beautiful, you know. It's more than a treasure, it's a heritage. I mean, I want my great-grandson, my great-great-great-grandson to come and enjoy what I'm enjoying today.
Dandu has known Cash since he was a child. Today, he's waiting for him impatiently because he needs his help to keep up the lighthouse. Time is short, for nightfall is approaching, and the wind is getting stronger.
Hey, Cash, why? Will you bring for me, man?
Why?
I have a battery here for you. You said you have to change it because you have a problem?
Yes, man. Give me a hand here, man. Because I need help on the lighthouse too, man.
Yes, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, for helping with this battery, boy.
When I was a kid, we used to go to the lighthouse, and we would dare each other to see who was brave enough to climb up there. And the one who'd get up there would say, "Yes, I'm a man and you are just kids." That made us feel good. Sometimes we would drop down and go hiding from the guys that took care of the lighthouse. Because if they saw you, they would yell at you and say, "You can't go up." So we took those chances as kids, you know. It's something that we really enjoyed.
So, what happened?
You want to carry this in?
Yeah, this end, yeah.
Take your time, man.
Why? I nearly could see Honduras for you.
Serious?
That's rain clouds between Honduras and the mountains.
When I go and meet other people from the reserve, it's like a home and a small place for everyone. We help one another in everything. You need something, you get it from me. I need something, I get it from you. That's the way it works all through the islands. So we look out for one another. You can't just go anywhere and trade the same way we do. Here, we work together with a community spirit.
Here, on the outer limits of this mint green expanse, isolation brings people together. The elements forge an identity, the soul of the Belize Islanders. A space outside of time. The San Ignacio region in the west of the country near the Guatemala border is a paradise for those in quest of the absolute. Jungle as far as the eye can see. Here, everything is a call to adventure.
You see your teeth? Those are some old teeth. Tapirs are a mixture of horse and rhinoceros. It's a very old animal, and it's actually the only one in its group. There's 4 different tapir species worldwide, but this is the Central American species, and it's also the national animal of Belize.
Isabelle, a Franco-German veterinarian, landed here 8 years ago with her backpack and her very young child. She came to work with the wildlife and is committed to protecting endangered species. Here, in Central America, she has found a way of life that corresponds to the ideals she has kept from her somewhat bohemian childhood. There are many highly motivated people like Isabelle in Belize working to maintain the equilibrium between the wildlife and the environment, on the land, in the sea, and in the lagoons.
Barely got him. Now we got to get it. Hold on. That's what I would like to know.
Chris, Sherry, and Vince take care of American saltwater crocodiles,
Hold on, it's not on him.
the most common species in Belize.
Got him.
These reptiles are usually left to live in peace here, but in some regions where human activity is more intense, the cohabitation can be quite problematic.
All right, go ahead and go.
Can you believe this? Somebody has chopped this animal's tail off for meat.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
They get about $17 a pound for this.
For him to come so quickly for chicken, he's obviously been fed, used to humans. Obviously someone coerced him up to come to the bank, gave him some chicken, but then lopped his tail off. So we're gonna bring him up north and let him go and let him be a crocodile where there aren't any human beings around and no one to feed him or chop at him. And he'll do just fine because his natural diet is fish or raccoons, not chicken. So.
Such severe wounds show that this great predator can also be a victim. And in cases like this one, it's Isabelle who takes over.
Oh, good. How you doing? Good trip?
Yeah,
Hello.
glad to be here.
I'm glad you could make it.
So that's the guy you caught last night?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is him. And we're glad that you're here with us, too, because its tail's been amputated by machete. And so it's great to have a vet here and to help us assess the
You gotta look at that.
severity of it.
Releasing a crocodile back into the wild is always very moving. The worldwide population of American crocodiles is estimated at 15,000. Belize is one of the last places where their habitat is still protected.
No, it doesn't really appear to be infected, I don't think. And it was really nicely healed until she rubbed it on. Got it, Vince?
Well, this is an exciting moment. We're about to release this girl back into her natural environment without human disturbance, so it's quite exciting. Personally, as a wildlife veterinarian with a passion for wildlife rescue and rehabilitation, this is about as good as it can get to be able to bring an animal back out into the wild.
I get to do it all the time, so I'll let you and Vince do this.
Ready to go.
1, 2, 3.
The recovery time, that's pretty quick. That's a very healthy animal. Usually the recovery time when they've been held overnight like this one has can be quite slow, sometimes up to 5 minutes.
The profession is often very rough and very difficult, but for example, the moment of getting to release an animal that we've been able to heal back into the wild, or an animal that we have bred and rehabilitated to go back out, that is truly the biggest reward and makes me feel like we achieve some sort of harmony. Belize is a really small world. There's about 340,000 inhabitants in 6 major cities. Our capital is Belmopan, with the last count was 6,000 people living there, which made it the smallest capital in the world. And it really adds to the lifestyle in Belize. It makes that everybody knows everybody, and it's all like a small village, the whole country is. We're about to drive through Barton Creek, which is a Mennonite community. The Mennonites are a religious group that came from the Protestants, and they originated in Europe, and they left Europe about 250 years ago because they're basically pacifists. They did not want to join the military, and they have moved a little bit all over the world. I grew up in the countryside in Germany, and then in the countryside in Paraguay for 2 years, which for some reason has left a lifelong impact of wanting to go back to the simplicity of life that we had there, where I could take my horse to school. We came to Belize and we stayed. I can really not see myself live in a city, in a concrete jungle, at all. There's very, very few things on this planet that would take me away from here, and it would have to be closely related to conservation. Nature is my church. That's where I go to get new energy and recharge. The tamandua was found as a baby after a flood. She was orphaned, there was no mother around, and she was flushed down the river. So they raised her from a baby with a goal to release her once she is ready to be released. They are very specialized animals, and they eat ants and termites. And it takes 5 or 6 hours per day for them to get enough time to get enough food. So they're very labor intensive. We're just looking to see what she does, basically, if she looks like a normal tamandua and if she can find her food. And that looks pretty normal. I love the daily challenges. It never gets boring. You have to constantly improvise and figure out how to deal with a new situation compared to a normal veterinarian and normal veterinary practice where after a couple of months you've seen most of what you're going to see every day, and it gets boring quick. My work does never get boring. And if you ever had to restrain her, we would actually grab her by her front legs, because that's what she would use to defend herself. So what you saw a little earlier where she did this, that was really good to see, because we want her to not like humans.
Mission accomplished. And Isabelle is already back on the road. Vince and Sherry have called her in again. This time the crew is planning a night rescue.
We're going to try and capture the 2 crocodiles that have been deemed problematic and or because of future development from this area down south. And once we capture both crocodiles, which we believe to be a mating pair, we're going to, by boat, bring them up north, and we'll probably come out here and go off onto these mangrove areas where there's no people, no development.
We can't go that far anyways. That's all the further we're gonna be able to go. Sure.
Well, the further up you go, the better off it's gonna be. But you go too far, then you don't want to enter Mexico.
How far is Mexico?
It's only about 20 miles, actually.
Belize is a paradise for people like me wanting to work in conservation because we still have 60% of the country covered in native forest. We have a humongous biodiversity here, and a lot of the problems that I saw in the US or in other places before was illegal trade. And once we see a wild animal in Europe or in the US, there's no way we can bring it back. So one of my goals or missions in life was to work on site in one of these developing countries where we still have biodiversity and nature left.
All the eye shines you see that are orange and this color, we know that is a crocodile staring at us right now. He can hear us, smell us, see us, sense us.
You got a head, Chris, down there somewhere?
I can't see the head, no.
I have the tip of the tail here, her mid-body's right here, she's 2 o'clock from the front of the neck. You right here, her head's right there.
Okay, wait.
Her head's coming towards you now.
Right.
Right up in there. Go on the other side of the
Go to another
I feel it.
then go to another corner.
Hold on. She's coming up, she's coming up.
Here,
She's coming up.
Get her.
Oh, man. Alright, let go of the rope. Let go of the rope. No, I'm telling these to give you slack. I've got it. Alright. Go. Alright. Too late.
Got her. Okay, hold on, Head. You can't taper her yet. You gotta let her expel some of that water. That sucked. Good job.
This is from a croc fight.
Aww.
That's a hell of a gash.
She will heal rather quickly. Crocodiles have enormous capacity to heal, and it's really, as much as it looks like a big gash, it's a minor wound for her. And adrenaline is working on me too. Believe me, if she starts moving and shaking and I fear that Chris is losing control, I will be out of this area within a split second.
Living intense experiences in close contact with the wild kingdom. Here in Belize, Isabelle's dream comes alive again with each new day. Here in the midst of the Maya Mountains is the birthplace of a river renowned for its purity, the Sibun. It winds its way through a dense jungle, and Meliot has made it his mission to protect it.
My Sibun is my life. And my navel string, when I was born, my navel string went in the Sibun River. So the Sibun River have this thing in me that I must be there, I must swim in it every day, I must drink from it every day. You know, that's just, you know, how special Sibun River is to me. I used to have a job, a permanent job, for 10 years. And I feel something in me that's holding me back. I don't really know what it was until I spent more time on the river, and then I could feel, oh, you know what? This is it. This is my dream right here. This is what I wanted in my life, to be on that river anytime, anywhere. I'll stick with the river. I call myself as a riverman by, you know, taking my own responsibilities, going that river. There's like 12 different communities along that river that needs to know what's up upstream. Travel this river once a month, you know, and I go around checking everything. Recently we had some floods, and so I'm gonna go check out the river and see if I can see some good stuff on the river.
This solitary voyage has become as vital as breathing for Melito. Meandering up the Sibun, he's also making a trip back in time and revisiting his culture. Everything in this setting reminds him of who he is and where he comes from.
It's a big saber there, man. We'll go visit that right now and check those big buttresses. This saber tree is about 120 years old. My ancestors are still leave something to let me know that yes, they exist back in the days. And the other thing is, not a lot of big trees is left in Belize. Most of our big trees gone, down the river, cut down by loggers. So when we see a big tree like this, we praise it, because it's wonderful to see it again, you know? Yeah. I am mixed with the Mopan Maya, and the Mopan Maya is one of the strongest Mayan in Belize. Mayans once used to use the cave for sacrificing. They will come in the cave, they will have a big circle, a bonfire, and they will have a little dance first, one of the Mayan culture thing, you know, and right after that, they have a big sacrifice.
Even today, the Mayas show great respect for their dead. They still practice their rituals in caves, but the forms have changed.
They use the cave for storage because sometimes even the areas where the Mayans used to live get flooded, so there's a lot of different levels in caves, so they always use the highest one. Again, in here, they have a god that they call the Shibalba, which that they believe that, you know, take their ancestors and take them, you know, to heaven. That's why we have a secret tree that's named the Ceiba, which is a secret tree of the Mayans. Because what happened is, the roots of that big tree is up out there in the outer world, and the roots pushes down through the cave to the underworld, right? So when they do their sacrificing, they believe that their ancestors go through that root, straight to the trunks, and through the branches to the heavens.
The Sibun is the only source of drinking water for the villages along its banks. Meliot plays the role of messenger for the river dwellers.
Good afternoon. How are you today, man?
Not too bad.
Is my body John around?
I'm washing some clothes.
Uh-huh. So, is Mr. John around?
Yes, Mr. John.
Why, my partner? What's up, man? My long time, man. Yeah, man. Why, long time, why?
Quite a while.
Why, good to see you again, man.
Nice to see you
yes,
too, man.
Yeah. So what's up, man?
Well, not much.
Any report or any news that I need to know about the river?
Well, as I see it, kind of filthy, a bit dirty, you know.
All right. We can remember a nice flood passed through this place.
It's in about December. Yeah. The last flood comes and reach way up on top of the bank. Almost get into my mom's house. About 8 inches to enter the house.
On top of the hill?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys build your house off of the thing, no?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a huge flood. That's a big one, man.
In this region, the rains and hurricanes are continually reshaping the landscape. So each expedition is a new adventure for Meliot. Ed Bowles is a hydrographer specialized in river systems. He's been monitoring the ecosystem of Belize's rivers for the past 30 years. For him, the Sibun occupies a choice place among the rivers on account of its exceptional purity. He likes to keep a finger on the pulse of the river and capture its every mood.
I first came to Belize in 1980, before Belize was Belize. And over the years, I fell in love with Belize as I returned, and then by 1988, I found a way to move here. I was working to build a research center in the Mountain Pine Ridge, and ultimately I moved from there to the university and to other jobs. And also, I was trying to escape the U.S. I was tired of paying my taxes that would go to promote a war industry, and I would rather come to a country which doesn't promote war.
So what are you up to?
Yeah, same old routine, man. How you doing?
So what's the river like up there?
Well, it's beautiful, man.
Nice.
Same,
nice.
you know, like always.
All right. Well, you got a healthy river right here too. You should
right.
check out those fish.
Nice, man.
Come then, I'll show you what I'm doing.
So, did you do any sampling lately?
I'm about to get started.
Wow.
I just wanted to get a sketch of the area.
Okay.
Just for the notebook.
So how is the forest and the spiny bamboo and stuff? Is that still holding on, or?
It's still holding on, but it's thin, you know. There needs to be more trees coming in, but I see some young trees coming through.
All right.
So I think that we're going to see this area grow to full size in a few years.
So you think sometime we should be planting some trees on the side of the river?
I think it wouldn't hurt at all, and we can get some students involved in that.
All right. And evenly, I could even put the seeds together and got some trees going in my nursery.
All right.
For that.
Do that, and save some for us at the university too.
All right, definitely.
Now before the sun gets any lower.
All right, man.
And put a few rocks on the edge of that right there. I'm looking for that watershed that you took me to a few years back. Do you remember how to get there?
Yes, man.
You think you could take me again? Because I would love to get up there and do some sampling.
All right, definitely. We could definitely do that. So it's right around this area right here, man.
Okay.
It's a great spot, big waterfall, you know.
How soon can we go?
Tomorrow.
All right, let's do it.
We'll be there tomorrow.
Traveling together is a deep moment of rapport for these two men who share a fascination for the same river.
I feel so many emotions here. There's certainly a sense of freedom, of the ability just to kind of be yourself on the riverbank, but there's also something about a flowing water system that just massages the creative vibes in your body. It's the relaxation of the water and the incredible diversity of the fish and the wildlife associated with the river.
All the minerals that are
in the limestone.
I don't know what heaven feels like, but this shore feels like heaven to me. And in me, when I'm at the Sibun River, I'm always, like, I'm so happy. I don't even want to go back to my house. I just want to remain here and spend as much time at the river as I could. And man, this river is just, I can't stay away from it. It's too special, Well, this is the trail that we're going to take to the waterfall, Nice moving stream, man.
Yes, man.
Let's check that waterfall, man. It's beautiful, huh?
It is.
Isn't that great, man?
It's more beautiful than I remember.
Look how beautiful. I like to see those like mist coming out of there.
Oh, yes, man. There's many places like this magnificent waterfall that are undiscovered by most people. Belize, for such a small country, it has so many natural wonders. It takes a long time to see all of Belize. It's so spread out. Belize being part of the Central American Isthmus is a very important part of the movement of animals from the north and plants from the north and the south. This is where they meet. And so this is the second most diverse place in the world.
Wow, even better.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, Meliot.
Hey, look, big one up there up on the tree. Big one up on that tree yonder. I like iguanas. They're one of the best reptiles I've ever met, because I can't play with a crocodile like I play with an iguana. The males are huge, and the female, they're much smaller, much softer, and it's easier to play with. But the big males, too big, You hold them, but it's like a big monster in your hand. I love playing with them, and the thing that amazes me is that tail. That different color, that black and that orange tail. Oh man, it's like somebody painted it. First time I've seen an iguana, I was like scared of it. But again, I said, man, no, I shouldn't be scared of that. I see my brothers hold it, so I said, okay, well, it won't hurt me either. So I go and I hold it too. They don't bite, Wow, that's a big one. A big iguana. Wow. Nice iguana up there. I'm gonna try to take a shot. Hopefully I can hit that. Yeah. Yeah, very nice pet. I love iguanas. They're very cool. Really, the wild things should be harassing, like moving all the time. But this one, nah. You can pick him up anywhere, hold him like a baby, take a shot. You know, you could do anything with him. You could put him on your shoulder. Woo! And this is a male, by the way. And we could tell it's a male by this big bulge here. Yeah. Like it? Nice, huh? When I go out to town, I'm miserable. I see too much people, I'm miserable. I see my river and I see birds, I see everything, I'm happy. And in a way, in my life, that's what I dreamed of, to be a river keeper, to get on this river and have a good time and have a life. And the life that I'm looking for, I have right now. So I am glad and thankful for it. Yeah. My family is the one that actually get me in this by tagging me along. I have 5 big brothers. And my 5 big brothers, they're fishermen. They love the Sibun River. My dad is a farmer from the Sibun River. They show me how to fish. They show me how to catch an iguana. They show me how to catch an armadillo. And some of them show me even how to catch snakes. So it links up and it drops right to me. I'm the last one of the family. Now I guess I have to do my part. I pick this spot all the time, you know, because great spot and great place to fish. You know, you could just stand right here beside the campfire, throw your fishing line in there, and just catch a fish. And right down there, there's big tarpons, there's snapper, all kinds of sorts of fish down here. Yeah, man. For me, it's life. Life, I think this river has given me more life than I think that I have. Because I've been through many things, you know, and I could be dead by now. Well, I call myself dead man. But you know what? The river said, no, I'm not ready for you yet. Go on, you got a mission to, you know, to accomplish. So I'll give you another chance. So man, from then, I love the river even more. If I could live 1,000 years, I'll be right here in this river. Never gonna change it. Yep.
This is the story of Meliot and of an entire country, Belize, where the murmuring of the rivers is a message of peace to man.